Anyone who says their old IT code's basically a straight up lie and you know it. Ultra don't have no truck with commercialized razzle dazzle. Nah. Heck, I'd rather guzzle a liter of cider and run after I listen to Grey Swarm's 30 Seconds Hand to God and swear on my mum's grave that she was religious. That ain't Bashcore blasting the Hades lab, shaking the walls, rattling folks' teeth. It's death metal, girl. Okay, so it's a noise complaint. Classical music, some Japanese. Stop by if you want to listen. This comes 50 meters of the lab. Ain't a Bashcore you'll see or hear, rather in the screech that rends the air and feel. Throwing pulse to the floor, wasn't showing. Like he was Jonah trapped in a gullet of gothic deathfish. I mean, you don't want to friggin' disturb the peace. And what if like something happens to the facility, like if it causes a collapse or some shit because of vibrations, or if someone hears and can like access the underground facility that they're from above ground. For those requested, turn it down. No can do. This is how I code. 10 down. Death metal might as well give me stimulants, chocolate melts, and destroy. Okay. I also heard supposed to be coding Hades down here. Am I really supposed to code an extension protocol without death metal to inspire me? Okay, that's kind of funny. But come on, bro. And more important things. Takes log Hades protocol. He had just popped 3 blues, but I earned it. Finally figured out a Goldilocks solution to Gaia's rather extreme executive authority. If that ain't worth 10 or 12 hours of dream time, what is? Goldilocks solution to Gaia's extreme executive authority. Okay, so this is how basically Hades got control. Before this, every Reception protocol design failed in simulation because it was either too hard or too soft. Too hard, and it degraded the Gaia's core. Sure, it pried her figurative fingers off the figurative drawing wheel so Hades could take control, but by breaking her fingers, sometimes her arms too. So that couldn't fly. Everything depends on Gaia taking control back after Hades is done his business, so I had to find a solution that didn't leave Gaia any worse for the wear. Too soft, and Gaia only pretended to relinquish control in simulation after simulation. Hades would take command of the terraforming system and reverse operations, only to have Gaia lurk in the background, quietly reversing processes and falsifying telemetry to hide its interference. Sneaky. Gaia lurk in the background, quietly reversing processes and falsifying telemetry to hide its interference. Okay, but what is its goal though? To reverse operations. Okay. And nothing but Gaia wouldn't do to keep life going, even when it's just simulated plant life. Turns out the just right solution is to isolate Gaia in a protective code shell, preserving its integrity, then unseat it from command position so Hades can slip into the figurative Captain's chair and work its magic. Those blues are coming on strong now, so I'm not really describing it so clear, but pretty sure it'll work. I'll back to it tomorrow, alligators. Okay. So that's probably what's happening right now. Gaia is in a protective code shell while Hades... She's in a code shell preserving its integrity and it's unseated. And Hades is in the command position doing his thing. Maybe Gaia is the kind of voice that's allowing us access to places. I guess it's just the AI as a facility. I don't know. Alright, let's continue going around. We've got a couple of other things. Is this like collapsed? Yeah, I think this is... Yeah, it's collapsed. Okay. Wonder if something... It looks like something happened here. I wonder if something happened to the facility, to Hades. Something happened and like someone escaped with some code or some shit. From Samina and Bargy, who's the Apollo expert, to Travis Tate, CC Elizabeth Sobek, subject archive abuse. Mr. Tate, this mail concerns Apollo archive submission. Your 666 mission in just 5 days. Oh, what a doozy. Despite earlier warnings, inappropriate materials you chose to submit 265 holographic remasters of acknowledged classics of extreme exploitation cinema. Let me meant to thank you on 2 accounts for giving me the pleasure to reject your submission, thereby consigning your favorite Eastern European torture flicks and the ilk to the dust heap of oblivion. And it truly warms my heart to know that I have saved future humanity from the ordeal experience, not just one, but all 16 installments of making a millipede. Ugh. Is that like a take on human centipede? Don't worry, the pastel material has already been preserved, extreme perhaps, but art. For clarifying, a concept that has so long been ambiguous and ethically fraught for archivists such as myself, the definition of obscenity, yet free me from the subjective quagmire embodied in Judge Potter's famous utterance. I know when I see it. Thanks to you, I can now apply a single objective criterion. If Travis Tate submitted it, it's obscene. Accordingly, I direct Apollo staff to summarily reject all of your future submissions, sight unseen. Perhaps you might invest the time you would have spent preparing further submissions on, I don't know, your assigned work. We have will to save after all the rest of us anyway. Okay. So he was like submitting like basically saw and human centipede equivalent torturing videos or knowledge at least.
Looks like the only way onwards.
Okay, so what's this now?
Welcome to Eleuthia, the crown and king of Gaia's subordinate
Eleuthia,
functions.
crown and king.
For it is by Eleuthia that the human race will continue to exist. I am Patrick Brochard-Klein, the Alpha in charge of this program. Now let one thing be perfectly clear from the outset. Eleuthia is not a genetic engineering project. Our goal is to preserve the human genome, not alter it. A snapshot of human genetic diversity, literally frozen in time. The genetic quintessence of our species, unmodified. Under my watch, our activities and initiatives will comply with the 2034 clone provisions and the 2048 Rally Accords. Now that may seem a quaint, even trivial concern to you in light of present circumstances, but as one of the authors of the Accords, it is far from trivial to me.
Good, there's fail station.
The practical challenges before us are staggering in scope and complexity, but not insurmountable. No. Global collation and provisional storage of zygotes, perfection of exogenic technologies, design and perfection of servitors, to provide nurture and inculcation during early child development. All of these program components must and will proceed in tandem. To say nothing of the breakneck construction of cradle facilities at sites around the world. So, si vous êtes prêts, let us begin.
Okay, cradle facilities. Okay, did hold human genome unaltered, unmodified. Look at these capsule Eleuthia. Chamber of Advanced Design.
Artificial wombs. Machines to spawn a new generation of human beings.
Did that work though, or are the people all on the surface like just survivors of the apocalypse? I wonder like how far into Zenith Model K. Wonder like how far into its completion did Gaia succeed? Was she 100% successful and then Hades like kind of came in after, or like did she get to the part where she released humans, or was this... She had to have, right? Because there's humans alive still. Unless they're survivors of the war some way. Patrick Broken Clan to Elizabeth Sobeck, Cradle Servitor Personae. Person. Yeah, I mean it's basically persona, right? But anyway, regardless of me thinking about how this stupid word is pronounced. Development of the artificial personae for cradle servitors, nurturer, disciplinarian, healer continues at a good pace. We're targeting Turing 0.4 for these constructs. This should allow low-grade empathy and limited improvisation without undermining adherence to codified behavior sets. The stimulus-driven switching of personae, however, is proving to be greater software challenge than anticipated, especially concerning entrenched feedback loops between the disciplinarian and healer persona. Entrenched feedback loops between the disciplinarian and healer persona. It also attached a report from an incident where a servitor running the mother persona intervened on the disciplinarian servitor's behavior. A parental argument, if you will, amusing on first glance perhaps, but deeply concerning. So basically the mother persona, the discipline persona, and then there is like the parents, and then the healer is something separate. I've attached a comprehensive plan for correcting these interactive protocol shortcomings in just blah blah. Okay, corrupted data. So there was like issues at first with having the personas that would nurture humans. There wouldn't be any of these. Like, are they in there or not? Like, I wonder if they're still inside, or I mean, dead or alive. They'll probably be dead, but Patrick. Okay. Patrick. From Patrick to Elizabeth, cradle sealed. Alicia 01 was successfully sealed before the swarm advancing across Xinjiang province could detect it. Ping back from crucial systems is good for our maiden voyage, a success. Regards my disputes with the betas over zygote selection. Of course, I understand we have limited overhead to run simulations of gene flow in our future humans. We can all agree that there is margin for refinement in future cradle populations. Regards my disputes with the betas over zygote selection. Of course, I understand we have limited overhead to run simulations of gene flow. In future, but we all agree that there is margin for refinement in our future cradle populations. In addition to personally overseeing completion of the Alicia 02 site inside Mount Namuli, I will formulate and propose a modified zygote selection plan within the week. Personally overseeing completion of Alicia site, I will formulate and propose a modified zygote selection plan within the week. Okay. So, like a selection plan of like specific people to go under, maybe? FZ Chambers. Incogenic chambers arrived 2 days ago. I spent the last 36 hours examining them and poring over technical documentation. The revelation, astonishing. I know what you had to give. I don't know what you had to give Farzenis in trade to get these chambers, but it was worth it. In a single leap, their embryologists have vaulted past 50 years of technological shortcomings. The risks of ECMO or ECMO resolved. Nutrition delivery resolved. Hormonal stability resolved. 12 other risk areas resolved. Before I examined these chambers, I considered the Odyssey to be a fool's errand, but if the rest of FC's technology is at this level, well, a human colony around Sirius doesn't seem so impossible after all. Human colony around Sirius doesn't seem so. Mass fabrication of the chambers will present a number of challenges, but I'm confident they can be resolved. I'm going to rest for a few hours and get back at it. Expect a fabrication plan within the next 40 hours. So Far Zenith is like another company that gave them these chambers. Their embryologists have vaulted out. Risk of ECMO resolved. Okay, because one of these was called Farzinus Model K. That's the one that he got, and this is the one that Lithium Model A15. Okay, advanced design. This is one that they made, and this is the one that they got from Farzinus, which is way better. Which I guess is why it's running. So that's kind of cool to actually put that in there. What about these models though? Are these models? This one doesn't actually tell us.
Cradle facilities. Elizabeth said a new generation of humans would be spawned inside such places.
She did.
All Mother Mountain. It was one of them?
There's only one way to be sure.
Yeah, we
The
gotta
hatch
go in there.
wouldn't open. Something about a corrupted Alpha registry. I need to search Elizabeth's office.
Okay, let's go the opposite direction first. Well, there's nothing there. Okay. Going up, I suppose. Alright. Man, there's gonna be so much stuff around
Looks
here.
like it used to hold something. Some component that got removed.
This thing? How? How does it possibly look like something? Oh wait, maybe it's like has a ring and it held. Yeah, it held something. Okay.
Would benefit from antilopenate morphologies, though caprid forms show superior load-bearing capability.
You're a quick study, Gaia.
Dr. Sobek, as I have conducted this comparative analysis of mammalian morphologies, I've gathered extensive data on the quaternary extinction event.
Oh? And your assessment? Gaia?
Logically speaking, the extinction was a natural consequence.
And yet,
I find the loss of megafaunal species unaccountably sad. That they passed forever into oblivion causes me to experience a grief that is difficult to describe. Am I malfunctioning?
no, Gaia, you're not. This is good. It's very good.
So, was the brain of Gaia housed there? That's my best guess. Yeah, Gaia was like kind of learning empathy in a way. Gaia log January.
You will undergo a brief period of unconsciousness during relocation to Prime and final instatement.
Elizabeth, may I speak outside protocol?
When you're back up and running at the new site, we'll bring the subordinate functions online and see where we stand.
Elizabeth, I detect distress. Are you all right?
I'm fine.
I realize that circumstances compel us to launch earlier than we hoped, but all subsystems are operational. The odds stand in our favor.
But what if... Gaia, there's nothing left out there. You can't even survive unless you're wearing an environmental suit. There are billions dead, in fear and agony. What if it was all for nothing?
Elizabeth, extinction was inevitable. Thanks to you, life will have a future.
You really believe that?
I believe in you, Elizabeth. In you, all things.
In a way, Gaia's Elizabeth's daughter. You know, like she created a being that could think for itself. Oh shit! Let's not go in there first. There's something on this side.
Pure logic won't cut it, Ted. To pull this off, Gaia's going to need to have some skin in the game. It has to care.
What if it runs amok? Have we learned nothing from our mistakes?
Your mistakes, I think you mean?
All I'm saying is give it a kill switch.
She was just born, Ted. I'm not gonna put a gun to her head while she's still in the cradle.
You talk like it's a child. What if it becomes a monster?
Elizabeth, may I speak outside protocol?
Of course, Gaia, go on.
I'm sorry to contradict you, but Mr. Farrow's argument is sound.
Wow,
At this
okay.
point, the development of my psyche is not entirely predictable. To ensure preservation of life, a hardwired override is, I believe, a necessary safeguard.
There. Satisfied, Ted?
Jeez, Liz, just do what it says.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with Ted in this one. Because what I said earlier is that what if Gaia somehow like gets corrupted, or you know, or so, like something happens and she becomes evil, or she becomes, you know, she strays from her like original purpose. Like even Gaia was able to self-evaluate and self-reflect on her own psyche and like direction of you know, like thinking. I don't want to like. Okay, let's just get this first. Odyssey has failed. Elizabeth Sobek to all alphas. Odyssey has failed. Oh, some terrible news, I'm afraid. Farzin has informed me that the Odyssey mission has failed. Okay. I think Odyssey mission was to take something into... I don't remember what the Odyssey mission exactly was, but Far Zenith is a biological... They gave him the cradle stuff, but is it some sort of like... life preserve, like cryo sleep thing? Anyway, last night telemetry indicated a catastrophic antimatter containment failure as the drive spun up to depart the solar system. Okay, so it's a lunar, like it's a it's an out of Earth kind of escape. Failure as the drive spun up to depart the solar system. The ship, its crew, its cargo of zygotes and seeds, its alpha build of Apollo. What? Oh no, dude. The ship, its crew, its cargo of zygotes and seed, its alpha build of Apollo, all were lost. Its alpha build of Apollo, so not completely out. So now the only hope for continuation of the human species and earthly life. We must succeed. Alright, so it states that there's an alpha build of Apollo was on this Odyssey mission, whatever this craft was. So it doesn't necessarily mean that Apollo is straight up destroyed. It just means that like an early kind of concept, maybe perhaps all like what they could have like done, like as much as they could do before the place launched is kind of what was on there, you know, like not the final iteration. What am I missing? Oh, health boost. Alright, there's something over here as well. Artemis status, Charles Ronson. Alright, what's Artemis? What's Artemis? From Charles Ronson, because we never encountered the Artemis room. It's coming along with this, I'm positive. If those words can still mean anything, it had my sleeves rolled up negotiating with frozen zoos for their samples. So many species trapped in ghoulish hologram dioramas. Suspended in what ifs. More than 14,000 that went extinct between 2000 and 2043. We started mapping out primary succession, selecting the pioneer organisms for a balanced and sustainable biosphere, microorganisms and insects, rabbits, hawks, foxes and wolves. Thousands more that will have to wait their turn until our new generation can be trusted with the duty of restoring them. So they can return to a world that this time will understand the concept of conservation before it's too late. There's already been too many too lates. We lost a whole collection team during the swarm breakthrough in Myanmar. The samples we lost were, well, irreplaceable. Thanks to you, Liz, the circle of life will bend, not break. The earth has life was rock before, and someday will be again, but not now, not like this, not now, watch. Alright, so the Artemis is basically the nature. Artemis is like the god of the hunt, the god of like hunting down like animals and nature. So it makes sense that Artemis was basically the program to store animals and different other fauna that aren't human. Alright, what do we do here? Do we examine the terminal? access. Here we go. Here we go.
The registry master file.
Intact?
Yeah. No signs of corruption.
Then what are you waiting for? Copy the file.
With this, I can restore the registry at the hatch inside Allmother. Open it. Go inside.
And grasp the secrets within.
Where I was born. Maybe who gave birth to me.
Who? Are you really so naive? There will be no who waiting for you there, Aloy. Whatever birthed you into the world was a what, not a who.
You bastard.
Oh no, I had a legitimate birth. It's you, Aloy, who are the creation of a machine. But what kind of machine and why? Why were you created?
I reckon she was created by a guy as a copy of Sobek to counter Hades because she kind of detected that shit was happening.
What you found is too valuable. You're too valuable.
Okay, so I guess the original is destroyed now with that office, and she's got the only copy.
Still alive. Good. I have a more suitable death in mind for you, child.
But okay, that sucks. Discover the truth.
My entire life, I've always known one thing with prophetic certainty. That I was destined for glory as a great champion of the sun. Even when Jiran was murdered, even when Meridian fell, I never doubted my destiny. Until you came along. When I heard that you had survived, a doubt took root in my mind. As sure as the sun rises and falls each day, those I am bade to kill die. And yet I failed. How? Why? With each dig site you attacked, each loyal soldier you killed, this pestering doubt grew. I kept thinking of the moment my knife pierced your throat. One twist, a simple tug of the blade, and you would have bled out. In slaughter, I am a practiced hand. So why hesitate? Why fail my destined purpose?
Rust? What?
See that scar on your cheek? You
Oh,
didn't get to finish.
Yes, I remember. He fought well. For a savage.
His name was Rost, and he was a better man than you could ever hope to be.
The better man is the one who doesn't end up with his guts steaming on the ground. No, it wasn't him. I could have finished you before he attacked. But I didn't. This failing troubled my thoughts. Haunted every step. It was only when I captured you, down in that place, that I finally glimpsed the sun's design etched at length across the course of events. You were meant to survive that day on the mountain. Meant to interfere at dig sites and kill my men. Conversely, I was meant to capture you. Here. So that you might die as a sacrificial offering to the sun. Everything as it was meant to be. Predestined and preordained.
I mean, he is a fool. But
Some destiny. You're following orders, not some grand cosmic design. You're a puppet, with Hades yanking the strings. A pawn pushed around by larger forces. It'd be laughable if there weren't so much killing involved. Hades is an ancient machine, not the buried shadow of Karja myth. It doesn't care about Meridian. It wants to kill everything and everyone. And you are its dutiful slave.
I serve not the buried shadow, but the sun in shadow. All halves of nature joined to one cause. Shadow to sun, dark to light.
Do you really not hear how ridiculous that sounds? You've gone from serving an insane homicidal Sun King to an insane homicidal machine. You're moving down in the world, not up.
I'll remember those words as I watch your corpse burn. Whatever's left of it. You fail to grasp the point. As surely as you've been conquered, so has all doubt. And with certainty of belief comes unstoppable force.
Then open this cage and put your faith to the test. See if things work out like you expect.
The circle has
We can take him.
closed. Every element is in its proper place, exactly where it belongs. The errant beast, now caged, will serve her true purpose. A sacrificial animal. Oh, speaking of sacrifice, I forgot to tell you. After you crashed the Eclipse network, I sent messengers into the east to rally the forces there and mount an invasion of the sacred land.
Oh, no.
I ordered every Nora killed. I was hoping to catch you there, but alas, it all seems to have been unnecessary.
They're relevant? No, I don't want to be disheartened.
Why butcher dozens of innocents for no gain? It's a waste of effort.
You're right. I won't even be there to enjoy it. In any case, I couldn't recall the order even if I wished to. Thanks to your destruction of the network, communication over distances is impossible. You not only doomed yourself, but an entire tribe. Do we not see the scorching judgment of the sun in these events? Your focus. Such a powerful device, isn't it?
Is he going to destroy it?
And yet, so fragile.
Yeah, fuck.
So you see, this time, I did not hesitate. The knife has already been twisted.
We're either gonna like escape ourselves somehow, or
Karja faithful,
but I think we're gonna get saved by
rejoice.
someone or
Our
a group of
years
people.
in shadow are over. A new dawn trembles on the horizon. A new day soon to break. And when it does, the false Sun King will be dead, and Holy Meridian ours once more. In this, I have become an instrument of prophecy. All halves of nature join to one cause. Shadow to sun, light to dark, night to day. Behold!
Oh shit, we have to fight corruptors.
Hold your seats! Can you not see the proof of the sun's blessing before your eyes? How else could shadows such as these prowl in broad light of day? Were they not approved by the sun and joined to our cause? Many years ago, to consecrate this great ring, the Radiant Turan ordered many faithless crushed beneath the hooves of the behemoth. Mighty is the behemoth in the eye of the sun, but it is mightier still, infused with the power of shadow.
I mean, I've defeated
Let
a bunch of
this one,
those, so
who schemed and slithered, be the first to die. Let her be the first of thousands.
oh, I've got no weapons, no
I'll never
nothing.
beat that thing without weapons. All my weapons are up on the platform. There's no way out of this ring.
I meant to like craft.
Maybe I could use its strength against it. Gotta get out of the way. Ugh,
Shit.
I wasn't built to take a behemoth's charge either.
And I've got no friggin'. I've got no. God damn it. What's it called? Got no potions.
I should try luring the behemoth into the pillars. That pillar's weak.
Okay.
Another hit, and that pillar will come down.
What the hell? My character model just like magnetized to like the side. That was a glitch for sure. Aloy was like getting pushed over. I don't even have to focus. That really sucks.
That did it. One more pillar and that platform will come down. And my weapon's with it. That makes a mess. He's charging. It's down.
Okay, that was weird. Oh, nice. And you can get the weapon. And then we get all our stuff back. I guess that's what the chest is, right? Yeah, sweet. Makes sense.
Hey! Guess who got her weapons back? Now you're just a big dumb target. Come and get it! Those components on the sides of its head. They've got something to do with these lift attacks. Freeze canister on its hips.
What? Is it like immune?
That
Wait,
canister on its belly.
is it like immune to some of the shit I've got here? Okay, there we go. gotta be on the other side of its body. The pieces that hold the canister. Definitely kill him. Yeah, there we go. He's absolutely shocked.
Silence! Shadows, kill her! Kill her!
Why leave it to them? Come get me yourself!
Yeah, there you go. Someone's gonna come and attack and save us. Is it a Sun King or Silence or... Ah, shit! It's actually him.
Silence.
Oh, nice. I mean, can they corrupt an already overridden animal?
Traitor!
Sweet. Yeah. Like, I don't know who it's gonna be because I feel like Silence is only one guy and I didn't think he was capable, and then the Sun King was capable, but I didn't think he would actually have the interest. I like how it's like
So you're
his
here.
head's glowing.
Really here. You risked your life.
Of course I did. If you'd been killed, Venora's sacred mountain would never have given up its secrets.
Too bad you wasted your time then. Helis destroyed my focus. And the Alpha Registry with it.
Not at all. The whole time I've been monitoring your focus, I've duplicated every data file you scanned. Installing that data to a new focus was trivially easy. Happy birthday, Isaac. Daddy sure does love his little big man.
You're really good at making it impossible to like you, Silence. But I guess I need this.
It's time to see where you were born. Maybe you'll even learn why.
Yeah. Meet the machine that birthed me into this world. Isn't that how you put it?
I'll be off.
Wait.
Yes?
Since when can you override machines?
Ever since you discovered the technique. I had to destroy a corrupted to obtain the necessary parts, of course. But your example showed me how to do that as well. Yet another benefit of monitoring your activities through your focus. Truth be told, the underlying logic of the technique isn't so different from rites practiced by Banuk shamans. Though, of course, far more advanced.
Great. You're welcome, I guess. Helis recognized you back in the Sun Ring. You told me that you'd assisted the Eclipse. Not that you knew the man who killed my... who almost killed me.
So now you know. The man is a serious threat. So let's do all we can to make sure that he and Hades don't succeed.
Right. How did you track my location when I wasn't wearing a focus?
Really, Aloy? It doesn't take a genius to surmise that Helis would throw you into the sun.
Yeah, good old-fashioned
I wore out
estimation.
2 striders getting here in time, but I did. Now be on your way.
Yeah, go help Denora, yeah, for sure.
I'll be on my way. To make matters worse, Helis ordered an Eclipse detachment to attack the Nora Sacred Land. The tribe's already weak. They won't stand a chance. You should come with me.
Well, absolutely not. I have preparations to make elsewhere.
What kind of... Why do I bother asking? You're not gonna tell me.
When the time is right, I'll be in touch.
I mean...
I'll contact you later. In the meantime, should you need to return to Shadow Carja territory, I brought armor to
Oh
conceal your
shit,
identity.
okay. Interesting.
You think of everything, don't you?
Oh shit.
has to.
Sans is coming clutch, bro.
Aloy, when you were recovering the Alpha Registry down in the Zero Dawn bunker, I was needlessly cruel. For your sake, I hope there is someone waiting there for you inside the mountain. Not a what, but a who. Yeah!
Yeah, like, I understand that what could you possibly need to, like, prepare, but at the same time, like, it's been his lifelong kind of mission and thing to, we're gonna save it, you know, to discover the secrets of the old world and all this sort of stuff. So, although we don't know what he's, like, preparing, but, you know, it's not hard to believe that there's probably something that he wants to do, or... okay, so since that's there, what I want to do is make a second save file. I'm out in the open now, so I should be good to do pretty much anything. Yeah, so I'm going to make a new save. And I'll go back and forth. And one save is going to be basically standard and yellow New Game Plus possibly. Alright, so we've got Vantage Point, which is up here, which I need to get up to somehow. Here we go. Man, we are so much like lore and knowledge dumps, like, this whole time. Like, there's really just 3 hours of straight, like, history lesson and what happened with Zero Dawn and basically the story of the past. And hell, the game even. So that was a very, like, story heavy 3 hours.